ogbonge content. I'm telling you, as in free content, something you pay. I'm telling you, like if you want to change your fashion story, your history, and
Tell them. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ursla, and in this class I'm going to take you through on how to make accurate on how to take accurate measurement. Yeah, as this is the foundation of making any perfect dress. So to start you up with the measurements, I'm going to take you through on how we are going to take the measurements. So we have the vertical measurements, and we also have the horizontal measurements. So the vertical measurements is we have the shoulder measurements, we have the shoulder to bust measurements, we also have the shoulder to under bust, shoulder to waist measurements, which is called front length, while other people call it half length. We also have the hip depth, we have the shoulder waist to knee length, and waist to floor length. So and for the horizontal measurements, we have the round bust, we have the round under bust, we have the waist, round hip, round waist, and round hip measurement. And then we also have some other measurements like your sleeve measurements, you have the blouse measurement, and your full length and all that. So without talking too much, come along with me as we take accurate measure. So welcome to this tutorial, guys, and meet my model and also my friend. Kindly introduce yourself, please.
hey guys, my name is Triple C, Style by Triple C on YouTube, and I'm the CEO of Ursla Design. And we are here to take this measurement, guys. If you know what's good for you, like, subscribe, share, and comment on this video. Trust me, you're about to have ogbonge content. I'm telling you, as in free content, something you pay. I'm telling you, like if you want to change your fashion story, your history, and
Tell them.
2024 bigger for you. Trust me,
Tell
you subscribe to
them.
this channel and
Tell
learn a
them.
lot.
Tell
Trust me,
them.
you won't see this for free anywhere.
Thank you. So to start up with our tutorial for today, we're going to be starting with our vertical measurements. And before we do that, we need to get our waistline. To get our waistline, you need to look for the smallest part of your body, which is your waist. A lot of people don't know this because you tell some people to send their waist measurement, they send their abdomen measurement or their low waist measurement. Your waist is actually the smallest part of your body. So to get this, all you have to do is tell your model, if it's not already defined, there are people that already have this hourglass shape, and then you can already see the curves and all that. But if your client does not have that, or if you don't have that, to know where your waistline is, you can just tell your client to tilt to the side. Kindly, that you will see that place that goes inside, that place is your waistline. So you tie this rope, look for a cord or a rope or a tape, and tie around there. So that's your waistline. So this is also going to serve as our guideline for all our measurements. So especially when we're taking the vertical measurements from your waist to, you understand that. So let's dive right into the tutorial. So turn your back. So to get your shoulder measurement, you take the measurement from the shoulder tip to the other shoulder tip, using inches or centimeter, whatever you work with, to this point. You can see where my hand is. So if you are not sure of where your shoulder is, just locate where the bone is around the shoulder, where your arm, hand, and the shoulder meets. Locate that bone and then take it to the other side of the shoulder, and there you have it. And for the back length, you take from the nape of your neck here to where you tied the rope. so you can get your back waist measurement, because we have the back waist length and we have the front length and back length. So that's it. And then the next measurement is your bust point, and to get that, you place your measurement on the nape of the neck here and take it to the fullest part of the your bust, you get. So, and then there you have it. For her it's 10, I mean at 10 and a half, 10 and a half, and then you take it to get the under bust measurement. Now we are working, remember that we are working with the vertical measurements, so you take it to the under bust. There you have it. And then to get your front length, remember when I took that back length and I said there is a difference between the front length, it will all make sense to you by the time we start drafting pattern. So always take note, there is a back length and there's also front length, which is also known as what some people call half length. So just take note of these terms, because by the time I'm drafting pattern I might not say half length. So just take note of these points. So, and then you take it to where you tie the rope, because that is where we have the waist line. So the next thing is our hip depth. That means the fullest part of your hip. So we are going to be taking that measurement from your waist to your hip depth. Is the fullest part of your hip, and then you just take it to this point. But my model no get hip, so but to get it, just tell your client to tilt their hip, like, you know, when you want to take pictures, something like that, and then so you can get the fullest part of the hip. So we take the measurement from here. You can relax now, tilt, let them see. So this is where our hip is, so you take the measure up to this point. Please, I hope you understand. So this measurement is your knee length. So there are two ways to take the knee length. Is either you take it from here to your knee, or you take it from your waist to your knee. It's still the same thing. By the time you add the measurement from your half length or your front length and your knee length, you get almost the same thing, or even the same thing. So for me, I usually take my knee length from my waist here, where I tied the rope, to my knee here. You get it? I wish there's somebody around to like zoom in and so that they can see the details, so nobody to assist us. Okay? No, it's fine. I'm sure they will capture that. So you take the tape to your knee length, and then to get your full length, you after getting this one, then you take the same measurement to where you take to your ankle length, and also full length. Your ankle length, you can either take it to your ankle length and then you take up to your knee, to your full length, let it drop on the floor, and then you mark what is there and note it down. And now we are done with all the vertical measurements, and now let's take our horizontal measurement. It means we are taking all the round measurements. Our horizontal measurements, we're going to start off with what we call the over bust measurement. Sure. The over bust is on top of the bust, and then you take it tightly, you get. So you note that, and then you take bust measurement. To take the bust measurement, you place the tape on the fullest part of your bust. The fullest part of your bust, that's where you place the measurement to get your round measurement. And make sure when you're taking this measurement, can you turn please? You're taking the measurement, make sure that your tape is around your bra, where your bra is. You understand? There are people that will be taking bust measurements and then the tape is all the way here. No, the correct way to take your bra is around where your bra is, and then you take it round and all that. So that's how you take accurate bust measurement. If you notice, I'm not taking it tight and I'm not taking it loose. Oh. Do you understand? You take your exact bust measurement. It's at ease already, so just take it exactly like this. Then You take your under bust measurement. You take your under bust measurement. You take it, your under bust measurement, you have to take it firmly, because it's important when you're making something like bustier or corset. You have to take your under bust directly under the bust. You take your, put your tape there and take it firmly, not too firm though, so your client is not comfortable, but firmly, and not loose, not too tight, but firmly. I hope you understand that. And then for your waist measurements, around where you tied your waist, you take your waist measurements. No, here now you can ask your client if they like their dresses to be there are people that like their dresses to be very tight. There are people that likes comfort. So how do you like your skirt, ma'am?
Fitted.
Fitted.
It's not the
Okay.
living day like.
So is this okay? Or
Yes,
do you want me
ma'am.
to, is this okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You want me to relieve it?
No, this is
Okay, all right. So that's how you take your waist measurement. Now to take your hip measurement, can you step back a little bit? To take your hip measurement, you place your hip, excuse me, you place your hip around your hip, and you gradually, you move it around. Move it, turn your back so that they can see what I'm doing. And then you move it around, and by doing that you are releasing the tape gradually. Turn again, you're relieving the, you're, turn and face the camera. You're releasing the tape gradually, so it passes through, so the tape can pass through her hip. Did you get that? So you take the and pass it through her hip gradually until it passes through. Make sure that it passes through her hip, and whatever you get is her hip measurement. Your hip is 43. So let me take that again for a better understanding. So place the tape around her hip, her upper hip, and then you move the tape around, move it around by releasing it maybe 1 inch after the other, 1 inch after the other, and then until it passes through her hip. And that is when you get an accurate measurement for your hip measurement. And then there's another measurement, which is the armhole measurement. And how do you take it? You take it from here. You tell the customer to like raise their hands, and then you put the tape around it and tell them to release the hand, and then you take it round. Whatever, make sure it's not tight. Just take it round it, so it has a little bit of ease and all that, and not loose at the same time. You get what I mean? So that's how to take your armhole measurement. And the next thing to take is our sleeve measurements. What I usually do is that when my customers come in, I take basic measurements. I take all the measurements that I need. So you won't say because your client is making short sleeve, so you make only short sleeve. So to take all the measurements you need, just in case sometimes they might call you on the phone and tell, oh, I want to make this, but I can't come around. You get, so you know that you have all their basic measurements. So what you do is that you place the tape to take the sleeve length. You take the tape, place it on the tip of your shoulder, and then you can ask the client, this is you take the short sleeve length, but you can also ask your clients what they prefer, because everybody have their preferences. So you can ask them that where would they want, what do they like their short sleeve to get to normally. So when you take that measurement, so it now depends on the style you'll be making. It could go up, it could go up, but with that you have a guideline of where their short sleeve is. So you take the short sleeve measurement, and then you take the elbow. Sometimes you might not even want to, you can tell the customer to do the hand, that is for you to get the elbow length, and this is the elbow length. Then you drop the sleeve back, and then you take the forearm measurements length to what you call 3/4 sleeve, and then you take it, that's the fullest part of your forearm. You take that measurement, and then you take the sleeve length, like the long sleeve. That's it for the sleeve length. And then to take the round the round measurement. So this round sleeve measurement can be very tricky because I've over the years I've worked with a lot of different body type, and I can tell you that there are people that their one arm is bigger than the other. So are you surprised? So their one arm is usually bigger than the other for some people. So always ask them. If you're not sure, take the measurement. When you're taking this round sleeve measurement, if you're taking the right sleeve, make sure you take the left sleeve. So you understand if the person has one, if one of their arm is bigger than the other. But if it's not, you can just use one arm and take all the whole measurement. So you take the round sleeve. So ma, is one of your arm bigger than the other? You don't know. So I will just take it anyway. So you take it, and from what I can see here is the same thing. So I will go ahead. I'll go ahead and take the round sleeve measurement. So if in any case that arm is bigger than one arm is bigger than the other, I'm going to take note of it. So when I'm taking the round sleeve measurement, I will write left so number, right so number. So I hope you grab that. So you take a round sleeve measurement, don't take it too tight, add a little bit of ease on it. Take elbow round measurement, and then you take your forearm measurement round sleeve, and then you take your calf sleeve. That's the round sleeve for the long sleeve. And when you are taking this, don't take it like this. You put one of your hand inside, and then you take it like this with a little bit of ease, because so that if you're making long sleeve, your hand can easily go through. You don't take it firmly like this. You put your hand in between the tape, and then you take with a little bit of ease. You get? Okay, and that's it for our measurement. And now there are other measurements too that are important, like your bust span, what some people will call nipple to nipple. So this is how you take your nipple to nipple. You take it from here, from the fullest part of the bust, and then you take it from between here and here. And because of the kind of bra you are wearing.
Okay.
So that's why sometimes, so there's still standards, but if you're working with like a size 8 model or a size 10 model, you can use 7 inches for the. But if you're using like for like size 12 model, you can use 8 inches and all that. For a very big person, it goes all the way. There are bust span that are even up to 10 inches, but for her own case, her own is 8 inches. So, and another thing is neck depth. If you're working for a client and the person has a particular neckline that they are doing, and maybe it's a v-neck, maybe it's a sweetheart neckline, it now depends on how revealing or how close the person wants it. So always take down the measurement, and it's called neck depth. So all you have to do is put your measurement same here, and then you can ask the client that where would you prefer your neckline to start from. So the person will tell you. If it's a v-neck, if it's a sweetheart neck, if it's a plunge neckline, the person will tell you, okay, I want it up to this point, I want half of my breast to be showing, or I want everything to be out. So always take that measurement for reference. Do you know that some people don't even like to show anything at all? They'll tell you here is okay, here is fine, or even up to this point. So always take that measurement. So I think, so we have the full measurement. To take the full measurement, you put your tape on the tape of the neck here, and then you take it all the way. You can just take it. If you can't go all the way at once, when you get to this point, you can just hold the tape on her body, and then you continue until you get the full measurement. You get? So for her full length is more than 60. So if you're going to be taking measurement for somebody that is really tall, you want to get yourself a 120 tape, 120 inches tape. With that, you can be able to take accurate measurements, right? So next is our blouse. So to take the blouse length, so you can see where her shirt is getting to, and we're getting 25, but people have their preferences. You can always ask them where they want their blouse to get to. So the standard is usually 24, 25. So but for really tall people, it could be higher than that, 26 and all that. So always ask that for their preference where they would like their blouse to get to. So after taking the blouse length, so you want to ask them, you want to take the round measurement in case you're making a fitted blouse, like all these Igbo blouse or any corset blouse and all that. You want to take that round measurement. So after taking the length of the measurement, so you have to take note of where you took that, where that measurement got to, and then you take the round of that, what some people would call upper hip, because if you notice, it didn't get to where her hip is, you understand? So you take the upper hip and make sure that the tape goes round her upper hip to get it right. I don't know if that is clear enough. So you take that's how to take your blouse measurement. Now turn. So that's how to take your blouse measurement. I think we've been able to cover up for all the basic measurements you need to make a dress, a top, and a gown. So thank you for watching, and I will meet you in the next class. Make sure you join me on that class because we are going to be starting with basic body block. So see you. Bye.